we need it. I mean, it's what all the greats had, a community. You can't do this shit solo.
For sure, bro.
What the fuck is that, bro?
Yeah, dog.
We were talking about that on the podcast, like this idea of like self-made and like you did it on your own. It's like, no, you didn't, bro.
Yeah,
you're standing on shoulders of somebody, dog.
For sure,
you know, we need each other. So
for sure. That's what actually like. It's crazy, man. That's what. Speaking of the last podcast and the goals that I was making, like, that's what really made me grow, bro. It's just the people around me just believing in me and just like giving me the confidence that I needed. Like, yo, you're gonna do this. I know you're gonna do this. Let's go kill it, bro. And then
that's exciting.
I'm just so grateful, bro, because I've also seen like a lot of other content creators, bro, where they get a lot of hate from their boys, from their moms, from their dads, and I feel like that, like, bro, if you don't have your support from your family, bro, it just really makes it a lot. Like, it makes it's true, bro. It's hard on you, bro.
It changes, bro. It'll change you. You feel it because family's important. And anyways, bro, we've already the prescript right here, dog.
Yeah, bro. This is as natural as it gets, bro. Like, this is what I mean.
Ready?
Yeah, we're ready,
clap
bro.
it in when you're ready, bro.
All right. So, if you need to address the audience for whatever reason, your camera's gonna be that one over here.
This one right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Justin, you're right here. This camera's gonna be your center cam on the slider, so you'll see it up here. Other than that, I'm gonna be back here just taking some high-res BTS photos and videos for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and clap you in for audio. You ready to go? In 3, 2, 1.
And that's just how it is, my friends. That's just how it is. We're back in the studio. We're back in the booth. Another guest, another show. This one, man, this one is going to be cool. I know you're going to like it. If you're into creativity, if you think originality means something in life, I want to bring to you on the show the man himself, Adrian, too original.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, my man.
Yo, fucking pleasure. Like, bro, it's an opportunity and it's a pleasure for you to have me, bro, for real.
It's what it is, bro. We met like 2-3 weeks ago, I think. You do. So everyone knows we're in Miami right now. Adrian does like these street interviews, and he's got a large following on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. Just goes up to people, and I just want to start there, right? Because this is. I mean, just imagine, guys. You're on the street, someone's got a mic, someone's filming, they come up to you and they ask you a question, and then they put it on their social media, and some of this shit goes viral.
And none of it is scripted.
And it's all impromptu. It takes a special person to do that. So, brother, let's just start there. Like, did you wake up and say, I'm gonna take this camera, I'm gonna get my boy, and we're gonna go out there? How the fuck did this happen, bro?
Bro, low-key, kind of. Bro, honestly, bro, I'm gonna get a little deep on this podcast, bro, but
I want you to, bro.
Bro, honestly, like, getting to the roots of everything, bro, I actually started in sales, bro. I actually got it right out of high school. I did wrestling. I love sports.
You're how old, so the audience
20.
knows? 20, okay.
20, you know,
20 years old.
Born and raised in Miami.
Hell yeah, dog.
Family's Cuban, ya tú sabes. So, yeah, I got, like, straight into sales right after high school.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't know I was an extroverted. Like, I didn't know that, you know? But I kind of, like, it tapped into myself, you know? And I started doing sales, like, for petitioning. I started doing sales for activating phones for low-income people.
You knew you liked talking to people.
I didn't know it. I didn't know I was that good at it either.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know I was that good at it because this is actually how it started. This is wild. So I was at the gym and I was leaving with my buddies, and then the girl, she had pitched.
It's always a girl, dog. It's always
a girl.
Crazy. She does something all the time, bro. Every man's story.
Of course. And crazy. Yo, Brittany, if you're watching this, nothing would be possible if it wasn't for you.
Thank you.
That was my manager, and bro, she really like molded me and like, I wouldn't say into the person I am because I've made those decisions myself to become the person I am, but she gave me the tools and the things that I needed to really elevate. So long story short, you know, my boy, I left to the parking lot and she had pitched my boy. She's like, hey, are you registered to vote in Florida? Do you want to sign my petition? Yada, yada, yada. And I was all the way by the car, and then I'm like, yo, what's taking so long? So I don't know what made me walk up back to the front of the gym. And I'm like, what's going on? And naturally, like, I'm a flirt, dog. Like, if you see my
Miami,
videos,
you're Latino, dog.
of course, bro. So I'm just like messing with her. I'm just like flirting with her. And she's like, oh, like, do you have a job? And I'm like, no. You know, at this point, like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, my life was low-key kind of going downhill. It was just gym every day, the same thing.
I mean, what do we do after high school, bro? We try to get a job, we work out, and then what the fuck do we do, bro? We find girls? Like, what do we do, bro? Nobody told us anything, dog.
Yeah. But we find ourselves. That's the most important.
That's it.
So So pretty much nothing. I was chopping it up with her, and she's like, "Well, let me get you an interview this day." Boom. Went to the interview. A crazy thing, I actually went with my buddy too. And this is gonna translate to some other stuff, but I went with my buddy. Second day of the job, he quit. Mind you, so I have no car, right?
Damn.
And I'm like, damn, bro, you just left me in this job, but the pay was good. They're like, oh, you're gonna be making this much a week if you get these many people to sign this and that. So boom, first business trip I went on, I got promoted. I hit 150 petitions in my first week. My first day, I hit like 60 in Fort Myers with like people around me that were doing this for a while. So that's when I knew, I'm like, yo, hold on, because I got charisma, I'm talented. And it was like, dude, it's just crazy the things they teach you. They're like, kiss versus kill, keep it short and simple. The only things you can control is your PPA, your pitch, your pace, your attitude.
So you started learning things, right?
Everything about sales. Eye contact builds trust, you know, like all these little things that
you loved it.
I loved it. I was like a sponge, like just like tell me everything. I want to know all this, you know. And it's a lot of human psychology too, you know, like, so pretty much killed it at that, bro. Like in sales, you know, like I actually almost became an assistant manager. I got 2 girls promoted like the month. So I was known as like the little pimp in the office. Everybody was like, oh, the pimp, you know. The boss was on some weird shit, trying to get at the girls I had, like recruited, just weird stuff. But if I would have quit that day, bro, that day that my boy left, like honestly speaking, I probably wouldn't even be on this chair, bro. So wild, bro. I just want to say, like, to anybody that wants to like do something, bro, like you have to believe in yourself and you have to want to do it for you. Like it doesn't matter if you're like, it's good to have the support from your boys, it's good to have the support from your mom and everybody, but if you don't, you gotta believe in yourself, because just you believing in yourself, they're gonna fall right on track and they're gonna believe in you. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up leaving. He's actually my boy. Like me and this dude are super tight, you know, so it's no biggie at all, you know, but it's just a life lesson. But you know, killed it at that. Then this is when things got a little shaky, right? So my team, we switched campaigns, because we're not a petitioning company, we're a sales company. We just teach you how to sell. So we switched the petition company, so it was done. Like I had already made all the cheese that I made off the petitioning. Imagine, it's, hey, are you registered to vote? We're trying to get recreational marijuana on the ballot. Can I get your signature?
Dude, I see these people, bro.
But I would.
It's hard to be nice, bro. But I try to always be kind, bro. I think you learn a lot about a person by the way they treat people that come up to you randomly.
For sure, bro.
You know? I think there's something there, dog. We can talk about that. But go ahead, keep going,
bro. Also, now that you spoke on that, bro, like that is what's made me like keep my attitude no matter what. Because it's like there's something called law of averages, and this translates to everything, right? So the more people you talk to, the more likely you're gonna find somebody to do whatever it is you want to do, right?
That's cool.
So if I'm 3 things I can control: my pitch, pace, and attitude, and my law of averages, right? So if I pitch you and my pace, I go to the next person and I'm maintaining my attitude, happy. Oh, go fuck yourself. Have a great day, man. Kill them with kindness. That's another one I love and I live by that. Kill them with kindness. You gotta kill everybody with kindness. You know how many times there's been people who are like, leave me alone. Like, you have a great day, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you for even taking the time to even look at me. They come back out of the store and they're like, hey man, my bad, bro. I didn't even mean to speak to you like that, bro. Because that's how people are, bro. It's human psychology, bro. Like you can't take personal what somebody else is going through, because you might not know, bro. Like you might just talk to somebody and they might be like on their last straw. They're like, yo, fuck this guy, bro. I don't want to sign anything. And then you just never know how you can help them too, bro. So, bro, we switched to charity. Charity was hard, man. Hard. This is really where I really had to learn how to talk to people, and this is where the content creation idea built in my own mind, and then I just did it.
Explain charity. What do you mean by that?
So charity is really where I learned. So I would go in Brickell, right? But instead of, hey, are you registered to vote, just sign my petition, you have to create a lot more CPR. You have to create a real personal relationship with these people, because what charity is you're getting people to donate off the street that don't even know you to little kids. And what we were doing was Little Saint Nick. Dude, I was fundraising. My best day, I think, was $1,200 in a day. Wow. But you know how much I would make off that? Like $250, $300 because you would only make 25% of whatever you're raising.
Dude,
right?
so you had to literally go around asking for money.
Yeah,
that was
but
big.
This was the thing.
Yeah.
Hey, what are 2 things you're grateful for? Oh, I'm grateful for my family, my friends. Oh, so friends and your family is a big thing. Have you ever heard of Little Saint Nick by any chance? We actually help kids that are staying at the hospital for long extended periods of time. Have you actually had anybody that has stayed at the hospital? Oh yeah, my mom. Okay, boom. Well, let me just show you. We're pretty much just trying to get little to none.
Random strangers.
Dude, I have a
by
picture.
Yourself.
Dude, by myself.
With
a pamphlet and a tablet, dude. Just literally just by myself. Obviously,
you had to find money.
I had to find money, and my
crazy, dog.
My manager Brittany at the time, right?
Yeah.
She's the one that taught me everything. So, dude, literally first day on the field, I'll never forget this, dog. We pull up on some people, and they obviously look like they had money, you know. And she's like, oh, so she pitches them, and then she pitches the $500, like for them to donate $500. And mind you, this is wild to me because I'm like, you're just asking these guys just to pay, like, give you $500.
Yeah.
So turns out they didn't do 500, but they did 250.
Wow.
So there's a thing in sales that's called aim high. Oh wait, I can't remember, but pretty much if you aim high, you have somewhere to go.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. So if you pitch someone 500, you're like, okay, let's just do the 250.
Yeah.
Right.
All along you wanted 250.
Yeah, and then they ended up doing the 250.
Yeah.
So she would just teach me these like human skills. Like, look, he wanted to do the 500. If I wanted, and I'm like, what? Like, she was crazy. She didn't care.
Fascinating.
So she ended up leaving to New York because she actually lost her whole team. And I was like, at this point, I'm like, Brittany, like, there's no one on the team. I'm the only one working, you know. And she left to New York. She wanted me to go to New York, but I couldn't. I have my whole family here, you know. I have everything here.
Of course.
So she left, and that's it. Like, there I am. I'm like stuck now. Like, what do I do with my life? You know how many guys I went into in Brickell and they would just give me cash? Like, yo, I can't take the money. I want this to go to the kids. Bro, it doesn't matter. I see you working hard. Here's $200. Here's $100.
No way, bro.
And I'm thinking, like, yo, if this was recorded, bro, this shit would go viral. Like,
you had the idea of someone giving you money.
I had the idea of just me going up to people that are rich. Just like
to film what you were doing, or just to film anything?
In general, like, just the idea of me going, like, to Brickell, because I was doing charity in Brickell. So I'm like, instead of just asking for a donation, why don't I just ask for an interview?
Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you just thought, like, what if I spoke to people? You know what I'm saying?
I was
like, how did it transition from charity to, like, I just want to talk to people? Like, what occurred to make that happen?
Bro, literally something in my mind. Like, I just can't explain it.
One day you were just like, I want to put this
I did post one video. I'm not gonna lie. So crazy thing is, during the petitioning and everything, I had met somebody on the field. This is crazy now that I'm saying this, man. This is crazy. So I met somebody on the field. His name is Mariano. Shout out to Mariano if you're watching this. He was my first cameraman ever, right? And I told him the idea. I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I have this idea of content. Like, it's crazy.
You liked social media always.
Yeah, I envisioned this. Like, even while I was doing this job, I was still envisioning it. Like, yo, I know I could do content. Like, Brickell was like a new, something different to me. Like, all the lies, everybody got money.
Just got hot in the past like 6 years, bro.
Yeah, bro.
There was nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a new like vibe.
Yeah. So I met up with that cameraman. We shot, like, I was like, look, let's just shoot like 1 hour. How much would you charge me? Boom. So out of the hour, I got like 2-3 really good clips. I posted one went like really good.
Okay.
It did like, I think, I don't remember. Like,
but you would just so our audience knows, like, you would just go up to people and
like literally.
What did you do?
So I was thinking, I'm like, okay, so I love spreading positivity. I love talking to people. Like I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever I'm gonna do or whatever I'm gonna ask, it was the same thing. Like, sales is like, you're walking to people, you hit them with an icebreaker, you try to get them to stop and turn their feet towards you. Once they turn their feet and their whole attention towards you, you got them. So it was the same thing, just getting people to stop, but instead of asking for money, it's for an interview. It's way easier. And then
you had somebody recording it.
Yeah, this was the cameraman at the time where I met and that job.
Got it.
Right, so I was like,
what was one of the first things you said when it wasn't like charity or anything? Like, what was the first thing you said, like your first interview?
Can I show it to you?
Well,
no.
Yeah.
it was some girl named Alexa, and I just tell her, oh, like, what do you do for a living? She's like, oh, I work with robotics. I work with like technology and stuff. I'm like,
oh, you just asked her what do you do for a
living?
living?
I'm just like, oh, like, what do you do for a living? You know? And she's like, oh, I do robotics. I'm like, what's the best part of your job? Oh, I just love this and this and that. I'm like, would you say you found what you're passionate about? Because that's the thing. I was trying to find what I was passionate about while trying to see if people were passionate about what they were doing.
Oh,
so it's so connected.
See, that's art, bro.
So I was like, damn, like, I have to see what people do. Like, do they love what they do for a living? Because I love what I did, but it was like, oh, I have to wake up early. I have to put on. It was a suit and tie every day. You know, you'd have to be in the office for like an hour, a whole presentation before you can actually even hit the field. So it was just a little headache. You know, and I know I love talking to people, but it was just not the. It was like God was putting me in that direction, but for something else, for this.
So you did these few interviews, and you're like, that's it. You were addicted. I love this shit.
At first, At first, I was like, yo, I love this. Like, you know how when you first like you're a kid and you're playing with that new Lego your mom bought you, and you're like, yo, I love this, But eventually it did get a little repetitive. Like, eventually it was okay, like, what am I gonna ask? What am I gonna,
what's the bigger vision?
What's the bigger vision? Like, what am I gonna talk about? You know, like, what type of audience, what type of people do I want to attract? What type of person do I want to become? Just a lot of questions, bro. I'm like, you know, asking myself, and I'm young at the time. I'm still young, but you know, I was just a little. I didn't have that determination that I had now. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm gonna do it, and no one's gonna stop me. It was like, do I do this? Do I not do this? So yeah, man.
So then it just kept growing, and after a few years, now you've had some videos that have gotten over like 1 million views.
Just this last month on August, we've reached 11 million accounts in the last 30 days.
Oh, incredible!
So it's been insane, and what's even crazier, it was literally the day after we interviewed that it was just overnight, like. A video hit like not like overnight it hit 1 million views, but like videos will start picking up. What's going on here? You know, every 5 seconds I'm getting a notification. What's going on here? You know. And then boom, it's just 2 videos, 3 videos. But it happened because I was so consistent and I never gave up, because it got to a point where I'm like, yo, like, I need to change my content. Like, this is not working out. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's fascinating. Like, interviews. Like, when you think about it. Like, this is an interview, right? And then you think about like the actual news channels, right? Like whether it's channel 7 or 10, there's like interviews of people, right? And then you have like talk shows and celebrities. And, like, it's and you like the Ellen DeGeneres show. It's like everything is like there's an interview format, and it's entertainment for people. And when you think about social media, you know, in the form of pictures is one thing, but then when you bring in video, it's usually maybe singular, like one person talking to the camera. But when you bring in 2 people, it's a different dynamic. That the viewer is just captivated by.
And it's
like,
addicting.
I want to watch someone talking to someone else and see what they do, and then I can put myself in their position and his position, and you feel me? And it's like a different form of art and creativity. And what I wanted to ask you is, I haven't seen that many interviews like on social. You know, it's just not. I know they're out there. But is your vision as an interviewer like, let me just bring out the best of people, like, and I'm kind of the host of it all? Like, when you think about interviewing, because I love interviewing too, obviously, what do you see? And I don't mean long term, I mean like right now. Like, what are you wanting to feel and create in these interviews with people by posting them online?
Like, 2 things. So first is just like reading the person's energy that I'm talking to, and like seeing where they're at, like mentally, you know. Like, if I ask you a simple question like, how was your day, and you know, like, I'm gonna speak on it a little bit later in this podcast, but I do have a vision problem that has had, like, it's made me who I am, like, literally, physically, spiritually speaking, it's made me who I am. Of a vision problem. I have a vision problem.
Like a literal vision problem.
Like, I can't drive. I'm like legally blind, and crazy things. It's
fascinating.
It's like my first time actually like speaking about this actually on the like on everything, because I like, if people really knew like what they see out of my eyes and like the things that I've really gone through my life, they would be like, nah, there's no way this guy has done this.
That's beautiful.
And yeah, bro, like, speaking of the vision problem, now that I talked about it, I might as well just talk about it. I used to play baseball when I was a little kid, you know, and it's crazy. I was nasty. You can ask him. I have all the trophies, the MVPs, the rings, and everything. I had a really bright future in baseball, bro. I was like, I was committed. But pretty much, I was playing every position. It got to a point where I started playing catcher. Listen how the universe works.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where I couldn't even see the ball. Like I was nasty at like scooping them and like you know the catches, right?
Yeah.
And I just got to a point where I couldn't see the ball.
Yeah.
And I told my dad, and my dad was super fanatic. I love you, Dad, if you're watching this. But he supports me, so does my mom, and that's what makes it so easy for me to do this.
Yeah.
But he was like, what do you mean you can't see it? You feel me? Because it got to a point where like fly balls and shit, I was dropping them. I would never drop fly balls. I was a Golden Glove.
Crazy.
So things started, like, you feel me? And then me and my dad would throw in the backyard, and there was this one day he threw the ball at me, and I had the glove like this, and it went like this, and like I didn't see it. And he's like, you didn't see that? I'm like, nah.
Damn.
So after that day, he took me to the doctor. He's like, what the hell, what's wrong with my kid? And when they saw my vision was the vision of a 40-year-old man. Wow. So they're like, what the hell is wrong with, like, you feel me? My dad's tripping. My dad's flipping out, and he's crying. Everybody's crying and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm just like, and I'm a kid dealing with all this, and this is where a lot of my anger and like
that's gotta be hard at that age to hear that, bro.
Yeah, so back then, bro, this is where a lot of my rage and my anger came from in middle school. This is why I started wrestling, because I used to, like, I just wanted to be treated normal, you feel me?
Yeah.
Because I got into schools, and there was like, I was just shy, like in my little box, and then like the teacher would come and give me a huge paper in front of everybody, and everybody's like, oh, what the hell's wrong with that guy? That guy's blind or something? I'm like, yeah, I'm blind. What's up? Like, what you trying to do? For me, that's the type of guy I was. I was just mad at life, like, just for no reason. Like, why me? You feel me?
Wow.
And now I'm like, why not me? I can handle this shit.
Bro, dab it up, dude. So we're gonna pause there, bro. I gotta pause you. That's such a good line, bro. I mean, really, let's just sit there for a second. It was like, why me? And then it's why not me? Almost like your wound became a blessing.
Of course, it's a blessing and a curse, bro. I always say it all the time.
Yeah, what was taking away your sight ultimately gave you the biggest vision.
I always say that. I have no vision, but I have a lot of vision, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And this is, like, speaking back to what we were talking about, this is where I get a lot of my skills from, is just reading energy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
you have to, right?
Like, my hearing, my feeling, everything
else amplifies.
Everything is very heightened. So, like, if he's, like, just, like, doing something, I could hear it. And you might not be able to hear it, but just because I've tapped into those senses so much more, and I depend on them so much more, like, all my senses, like, it's weird sometimes. It's like a spiritual thing where I could, like, almost even feel things happening.
And that would make sense why your EQ, your emotional intelligence, is so high.
Yeah.
You read people. I remember when you interviewed me, I felt like this, like, he's really smooth.
Yeah.
He's very comfortable.
Yeah.
And then that transposes onto me.
For sure.
And then
100%. That's how energy works, man.
And I'm sure, like, that's how you have so much success on camera.
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh, I like talking shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's a beautiful story, man.
It's a beautiful story, bro. And it almost feels like a weight lifted off my chest too, because, like, my dad always tells me, he's like, bro, like, do people know what you have?
Yeah.
Like, people, like, I got the curly hair, I look like I got swag, so everybody's like, oh yeah. But, like, I can't read that. I can't read that. So sometimes I'll be with, like, a girl or something, and she'll be like, babe, turn the TV to, like, channel 7. I'm like, hold on. You feel me? And, like, it was just something that I would just, like, hide it. I would just hide it. Like, and even till, like, now, I still, like, deal with it, you know? But it's just, like, I'm just so comfortable in my own skin now, and, like, I'm just like, bro, I'm a content creator. I do this for a living. Like, I don't care, bro. And back to the original question you asked me, that's what, like, you asked me, like, what do you really, like, pick up from the people that you interview? Like, what's your main goal? It's one, just seeing where they're at, and two, just seeing, because people don't understand, right? With social media, you're inspiring, right? The people, I'm interviewing you, right, on the street in Brickell, right? And I'm interviewing you, and I'm inspiring you, you're inspiring me. The people that are walking around are getting inspired too, because they might feel like, damn, I don't even want to say hi to somebody, and these people are with a camera, lights, action. So you're serving somebody else's purpose, and you might not even know it. Bam, now it's the people that are watching the video. So just think about, like, the circle and the type of impact that you're making. And like even right now, like people are gonna watch this vision problem. People, you know, so that's my ultimate goal too. My ultimate purpose is that I know that there's a lot of people that have certain disabilities and they limit themselves, and that's what I'm here for. You can't limit yourself to anything, because if you have something, it's there for the positive reason. You just have to find what that positive reason is to get the positive outcome.
That's so good, dude. That's so good, dude. Yeah, you know, when you think about like interviews and stuff, I feel like a lot of people, when they see the camera and someone with a microphone, they kind of get scared.
For sure.
Like there's you know, we're very rare in the sense where we enjoy this, right?
Yeah, we enjoy this.
Most people I'm like, yes, we're kind of sick, dog. We're like, put the lights on, dog, I'm ready, you know? Like, whereas most people, it's like, nah, I don't want to be on camera, you know, I don't want to be on social, you know? So when you say that, you're actually setting, you know, people free as well, because if you have this amazing energy where you can make someone feel like that, if someone does interview with you and it goes well, which they all go well, I'm assuming at least 95% of them, you set them free. You're almost healing them. You know, if I can get on someone's camera in the middle of this walkway, I can certainly film myself on my phone.
Of course,
right?
That's the bro. Now that you said that, it just almost gave me goosebumps, because that's exactly what it is. Some people are just like. So at first I started doing the interviews and I was like, excuse me, can I ask you for a quick interview? No. Can I ask you for a quick interview? No. Can I? Yo, turn the cameras on. Excuse me, what do you think about the? You get me? So now I'm not even asking a question. So now I'm like getting people out of their comfort zone. They're like, do I want to answer? Trust me, just answer. It's just a question. Just have fun. Well, how was your day today? What are you grateful for today? Oh, I'm just grateful for my. And after they do the interview, you just see it in their eyes. They feel so good. They feel like they just released like. They just like, dog, they just did something crazy, but they didn't do nothing crazy.
Exactly.
They just answered a simple question, bro. It's just that the you know, the art, the stuff, you know, the camera, the light, the mic, it makes you camera shy, it makes you nervous. But
they overcame their fear. You know? That's and people underneath it all, underneath the fear of like being on camera, I think essentially humans want to be noticed and seen and feel like they're enough, even though they say they're not. Like, and it doesn't have to be in a digital way, but we all want to feel like we matter.
Yeah.
Right? So when you get attention on camera for something, even though it's not your thing, you walk away from it and you're like, oh fuck yeah. I'm the shit. You know, in your own indirect way. You know, and I think everyone that leaves your interview, because you're good at it as well, they feel more stronger, inspired, valuable.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
It's a win. It's a win. And then in the same way,
you too, bro.
Yeah, in the same way, you're actually this is what I'm doing too, right? But you're it's funny because that's the way like these things work, is you're setting yourself free too. Yeah,
exactly. So it's like a full circle. It just comes back to you. So like as you're setting yourself free, you're like, hold on, I need to set some people free too. You can't forget about the people. You know what I'm saying? And like if you really look at like my first interviews, like they were all like, it's kind of, I wouldn't say sad, but like now I'm just more like a character. Like I'm just trying to like make people laugh, you know. But back then I was just like delusionally positive. I'm talking about when I first started, I was like all the topics, everything I would talk about was just like, oh, what are you grateful for? What do you this? You know, like everything. And what I realized is that like not everybody wants to watch that. And it sucks. Like it sucks that like I post a video with a girl and it gets like 1 million views, but then I post a video with a guy talking about something way more powerful, way more meaningful, and it gets like 20 likes.
Exactly.
And you know, something I realized that like I've recently had to overcome is that like it doesn't matter how many people see it, it matters how many people you impact. So like
that's great.
1 million people could have seen that video, right? But nobody really got impacted from that video. It didn't really resonate, or nobody really picked up some sort of value from that, other than the video that got 20 likes and 500 views, but I've impacted somebody. Somebody watched that video and got the fuck up and went to the gym. So that's what I'm here for, you know. So what I'm just doing is just like balancing out, you know what I'm saying?
That's great.
Just doing the funny, you know, goofy shit for the views, but then at the same time never forgetting where I'm coming from and just doing the positive shit too, you know what I'm saying? Like building that fan base so much that they like me for me, that now I'm like, look, I can like inspire you. I can like, let me give you this now, you know. Now that you've seen all the views, all the girls, okay, now listen to my story. Like, and that's the goal. Cause
that's a good content creator, because unfortunately people are drawn to like money, sex, women, shiny objects, and negativity. That's what goes viral. I mean, seldomly does like a cute, like, I don't know, army puppy story that touches your heart, you know, that maybe go viral, but like profound wisdom, like spoken from like a esoteric monk that will really change your life, that shit ain't going viral. People like dark, gloomy, or like crazy shit, and unfortunately the algorithm feeds what the market wants.
Exactly. And it's,
but you got to do that part to get the attention.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I see it like? I see it like you're this guy that goes to a party and like you want to meet like quality people, and it's a big party, and when you walk into the party, you got to cause a fucking scene. And then once you have everyone's attention, you can do what you want.
Exactly.
You know, that's the way I see it. But if you don't start attention or like throw a chair or like do something, no one's gonna notice you, bro. So you gotta do like all this viral shit. And then you can start speaking your profound truths, you know?
Of course, bro. And it's like, now that you mentioned that, cool. So many content creators that like fake stuff, skid stuff. And like, bro, there's a lot of things that I dislike, but like one thing I really dislike is just like fake authenticity. Like, I've had people like, okay, like, yo, come up to me and say, no, bro, fuck you, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm sorry, like, you know, but like, I hate people like that, like that just like they make something seem like what it's not. And like, that's like why social media is so messed up. Like literally like 85% of the content creators I've done or I've met, like, it's just fake. Like, everything's so fake, sad, like, dude. And those small that are real, those are the ones that I keep around. Those are the ones that I actually respect. Like, yo, I mess with what you're doing. Like, I mess with it, you know?
Well, that brings me to like this whole like word original, right?
I was about to say that.
Because you chose that in your handle, right? Adrian 2 Original. And I think at the heart of creativity, and this gets into spirituality, because to me, like, the energy that holds it all, God that holds it all, is the ultimate creator, right?
100%.
And like, to be in union with him is to be an artist.
100%.
Really, right? Nothing he makes is unoriginal, right? 100%. Everything is original. How did this word become to take meaning for you?
Bro, it's crazy too, because I just made my own brand, and it's called Raw Energy Media.
I
love it. It's called REM.
That sounds like an energy drink.
It's called REM. We're gonna make these badass shorts. You guys stay tuned.
Down, dude.
So you guys are about to see. I'm about to start doing that, you know. But bro, the originality, it just came from like, even going back to like the vision problem, bro, just being like super raw and authentic, and just like, so like, let's say like, okay, I'm here and I see him over there, right? I'm not gonna be like, hey, you want to do an interview? Because I don't know I can't see his face from here. I don't know if he's gonna be like, I love you, or he's gonna go like this. Like, I can't see. So I'm forced to go all the way up to him and see his face, to read his energy, see if he wants to do it. So just like going up to people and just making it so like raw and authentic, like bro, like, you could ask him, like, after a day of just with me, he has no social anxiety, or even like permanently now, he doesn't even have social anxiety, but he's a natural introvert. Like, he's not like me, that he rather just, you know, lay back. He doesn't want to be on camera, you know. But like, just original, just raw, just, and like what you, because the thing is too, like, speaking on the other stuff, like, a lot of the people that you see on social media, how they are in person is really not how they are. Like, you see a lot of people on camera and they're like, they act a certain way, you know. Like me, don't get me wrong, I have to have way much more energy. I have to be more exaggerating. I have to be more bubbly, more energy, you know. But that's normal. That's because I'm trying to entertain people.
Stage,
But there's people that I've met, like, that I've seen on social media, and they're like a completely different person, dog. Like, they put a little persona on for the.
Then you're like, that's not who you are.
And that's not original. That's not raw. You feel me? So that's why I made my stuff like Adrian 2 Original, because I like to be original. I like to be like, create new ideas. I like to be a leader, not a follower. So it's just like,
so good, dude.
I just, bro, just be original, be raw, be authentic, bro, and just,
dude,
like,
I love that,
bro.
I love what you've done, bro. Especially at such a young age, really 20 years old, bro. And you know, the wisdom and the suffering and the things that you've gone through to get to where you're at, and you're still only 20, right? And you're just making this viral content, and you have a deeper purpose to it all. and you're not just sitting in this chair and you're like, yeah, like I just want to make viral shit, like fuck bitches, make money, you know, like you're like, nah, like I actually want to change people's lives.
That's what it's all about, bro.
These are the people that make it. These are the people that do God's work.
Of course, bro, and
that's just the way it is. And the thing is like, you know, being successful now means like viral and like, you know, all these like advertisements, and I'm sure that will come, but it's like, you know, where your value like stems from, you know,
100%
beyond it all. And 100%. Sometimes like it's funny how God works. Like it's almost like that vision thing was given to you, and what you thought was a curse was the blessing.
Of course. That's so crazy that you said that.
It kept you rooted, right?
Of course.
That's what our wounds do. They keep us like humble.
Of course. And
keep us steady.
Like speaking of like spirituality and stuff, like I did a lot, like dude, I've gone through a lot of phases in my life, but there was this one phase where I really got like deep into like life after death, you know? Spirituality, and it's a really touchy topic. Mm-hmm. I'm not even gonna speak on it like that. But I used to take a lot of mushrooms and stuff, you know? I've only taken them like a couple of times, but dude, opened my mind to like everything around me. Like God is everywhere. The plants, like everything is God. God is within us. God is fire. We have like spirit guides with us right now. You might have a different spirit guide because you might be going through something else in your life. So that spirit guide can't help you like him. But these are things we can't see with these two eyes. These are things that are all happening around us, you know, and we just don't see it. So like getting deeper into the spirituality of my vision problem, I really believe that in like my past lives I could have maybe made fun of people that had a vision problem, or maybe you know, because once we see what we've done in our life, or like our soul's energy can only be transformed, so we never die. We never die, you know.
I feel that.
Our body only ceases, but we never die. Our energy keeps going. Earth is like a school. We just come here to learn, and you know, not trying to get too deep into it, but I just looked into the karma and stuff, and I just believed that like maybe I chose to come here to Earth with this vision problem just so I can inspire people. But obviously I'm not going to remember that when I get here. But I know that this was my purpose. I know that I chose this life, and I know that I'm on to a great start, and I know that God's looking down proud of me. But I'm a super believer in like good karma, bad karma, you know, like whatever you put out you get back. And you know, like I just felt like, you know, like I chose this. I chose this life because I knew I could handle it, and I knew it would come like this, you know. And
I love that you're owning it, bro. And I think that's something that, you know, I talk to different people, coach people, and I think within the human spirit is these levels of shame with who we are, with our conditions, with what we have, with how we look. And it sounds like, you know, regardless of the narrative of how it all came, but it's like you're owning it. You're owning it, bro. You're like, this is me, guys. And nothing makes a man or a woman shine more than when they 100% own who they are.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, you're just like wounds and scars and brokenness.
Of course,
and all the
because that's the beauty of what makes you who you are.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
that's the good stuff.
You're put in the dark so you can see the light. You know what I'm saying? Like, through every, like, the worst situation could be the best decision that could ever happen to you. You just have to find it. So like in life, so many things happens to us, and like self-programming is such a big thing. I hate that I'm going through this. Okay, you're gonna keep hating it. Why does this happen to me? It's gonna keep happening to you, you know. Like earlier, I just put an interview the other day, and this guy was in jail for 20 years, and he's like, you know, self-programming is so big. I never say I go through things, I say I grow through things.
That's cool.
So it's such a the way you speak is so powerful. Like if you just say something, that's how it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, so it's like it's literally whatever you think about, you create it. You know, and it's just that powerful.
Big facts, bro.
So you have to own it. Like you have to be comfortable in your own skin, because by you not being yourself, like you're not giving the opportunity to your family to see like who you truly are.
Yeah.
You know, so I always say like to people, like, you know, your mom and your dad, they might think that they're doing what's best for you, but they don't know what's actually best for you. You know what's best for you. You know, so you thinking that like, okay, I'm gonna go to college, okay, I'm gonna do whatever my mom wants. You think you're helping her, but you're not even helping yourself.
Yeah.
So how can you help, like, you know, you understand what I'm saying? Like how can if your mom truly loved you, she would want you to be the person you want to be. She just might be blinded towards the love that she has for you because she wants you to do something, and she thinks that college, but it's a different generation, and it's just like you have to tap into the power of your mind, bro, because the manifestation, like everything is real, bro. Like I said, the last podcast I was in, bro, I told the guy, I was at 9K. I was stuck at 9K, and I was like, dude, hopefully, by the time like this podcast releases, I'll be at 10K. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I kept it short, but I was like, cause I was really just stuck at 9K. I was like at 9,200. Yeah. And I was looking at the podcast today because it actually came out today, 2 months ago.
No way, bro. And I'm gonna release this shit tomorrow, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. He's sleeping, man. I'm not gonna lie.
We gotta work, bro.
Hey, yo. Let me just give my props to my boy right here, bro. Like, I promise you, bro. Energy is everything, and this man has good energy, bro. And like, just know that this is legendary. Yeah. This is legendary because you're a superhero and I'm a superhero. And when people look at our life, guess what? The money we have is all gonna go when our body seasons, everything. But you know what's gonna stay? Impact.
Oh, that's so good, bro.
That's the only thing that stays when you leave. So when people, who was Adrian? Oh, look at this podcast. This is who Adrian was. Adrian was 20, and look at what he was talking about. So this is legendary. Like I got goosebumps on the way over here.
Stay. It's on the record, bro. I like when what you just said there when he's like, who was Adrian? I think people should ask that to themselves because we get caught up like in these images and these narratives of life, what we're doing, how much money we have, what needs to be done next, the busyness of life. But then it comes down to like, who is Justin? Like if he left, what was the impact? What was the energy beyond the money and the way he looked?
Exactly, that's what stays.
What was the wavelength? Like the wavelength. Like so, it splashes in the water. Like what were those waves? Like the object's gone. What did the waves do?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
I like it, bro. I like it. I like that you posed that question. Who was Adrian, dude?
Who was Adrian? And
you're almost like looking at it from like an outside view.
Yeah, like exactly. And like speaking of it, like every single person has a different version of you in their mind. Like the same way my mom looks at me is not the same way my ex-girlfriend looks at me. The same way my ex looks at me is not the same way my wrestling coach looks at me. So when you really like sit back and look at it, you're like, damn. Every single body has a different version of me in their mind. Maybe one of my old TikToks came up on somebody's page where I was being rude.
It's a different Adrian.
So they might see, and that's what's even crazier. So every time you change, you are like spiritually, physically, linearly a different person. You do not have the same past. So like the old Adrian, the hothead that didn't want to have his vision problem and was always spazzing on people, like it's almost literally like if that Adrian got shot. That Adrian's dead.
Wow.
That Adrian is not here no more. Like I don't even have that past because the way I'm looking at my past now compared to how I was back then is completely different.
Dude, it's so cool. It's so cool that you say that because it's if that's true, and I believe it is, then that means that even us now, this will one day be 4 Justins ago.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Like, so don't hold on too tight. Don't be stuck too much in this story. Of course, because it will evolve.
Of course, you gotta let go to grow, bro.
That's it, bro.
You gotta let go, of habits, of things, and it's. And like even crazier, bro, like if you just look at yourself like every 2 months, you're like, wow. Yeah. I changed so much. I was doing that 2 months ago. Yeah. I was doing that like, how?
That's what was in my mind. And you know what really changes us is suffering, bro. For sure. Pain, trauma, loss, heartbreak, women, like just anything that involves like the heart and pain is what transforms us.
For sure.
I really believe that. Like my deepest transformations in my character were times that I suffered. 100%. It wasn't times in glory. In fact, in glory and success is when I began to lose myself.
Exactly. Wow.
I began to forget.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep. So it's the beauty, bro. It's the beauty of life, like in order for you to see the beautiful, you have to see the ugly. Yeah. And like I told him this quote the other day. I was like, imagine we always had a good time. Imagine every time we went out, we got a banger video. Imagine every time we went out, we were getting a whole bunch of views and getting a whole bunch of money. Then how would we know it's a good time? We won't.
Ooh,
because we had to struggle. We had to go out. We had to take the Ubers. Realize we wasted our money on an Uber, and this place is dead. We came here for no reason. Now we got no content. So now we got to go out tomorrow, and it might happen again and again and again. But then, boom, we have that really good day, and we're ecstatic, and we're like, just breathing it in, like, yo, I love you, dog. Oh, you got me, gang. Like, you feel me?
Good,
so
it's like we only learn in contrast.
Of course.
You know,
you never know what you have until it's gone.
Until it's gone. You only understand true love when you've experienced massive hate and rejection.
Damn.
You know, you only understand, even me, I'm in fitness, like you only understand like what leanness and strength looks like, and you appreciate it because you've been fat and depressed. You know,
that's
and
crazy
because
like,
here I am, I built this and I appreciate it so much, and I'm gonna hold on to it so much because I know where I came from. You know?
Hell yeah, bro. And in my eyes, bro, and in your eyes too, I know you see yourself as a superstar and super big, but bro, just know I definitely see you super big as a superstar. And bro, I seen the pictures of you like before and after.
Yeah, dog.
And bro, that's what I mean, bro. Like that's what it's all about, just being an inspiration to other people. Because like once you really just align and just like, okay, like I just want to like actually just help people, somehow, some way, you're gonna see like the money will just come in.
Isn't it? It's crazy, bro.
It's insane. And it's like God is like watching you, and he's like, I got you, my boy. I see what you're doing. I got you. But don't think about the money so much, because that's the thing. When you start thinking about the money, you start chasing it. You gotta let the money come to you.
Yeah, dude, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be at that frequency where they need me. I'm bringing the value. You know, I'm fucking him. I'm Adrian. They gotta pay me. You know, even it's not cocky. It's just confidence and knowing your value. You know what I'm saying? But
that's a great advice for anyone listening. In all honesty, because it's tricky, because we need money to do things and pay bills. And so you feel like you have to. You won't use the word chase, but you have to steward it somehow. But then like you can't get caught up in it. Right?
It's so hard.
It's such a crazy balance, right?
It's so hard.
But at the end of the day, I think it's like being able to wake up, and when you start your day and when you're inside of it, you're like, where can I help? And that's it. And maybe take a few minutes to think about money, because you gotta think about it, right? But it's like 90% of the time, I'm just thinking about service, value, creation. You know, I'm not thinking about debt. How am I gonna pay this shit? And how do I make more from this motherfucker? You know?
Exactly. And it's honestly so crazy, because every time I get paid, my bank goes to zero, and somehow, some way, it'll just come in again. And again, and I'm like, so like if I get like $300 in a week, I'm like, okay, here, 100 for my mom, 100 for him, and like, you know, I'm gonna keep 100 to myself. And then I'm like, you know what? Wait, I can't, because now I have to pay 50 for this for my other cameraman and my other editor, and now I'm stuck with 50. And I'm like, okay, wait, hold on, I'm gonna pay for food. Okay, boom. And then like it's like, wow, all the whole 300 is gone. But since I didn't look at it, like I didn't hold on to it, because you've ever heard that saying, whatever you hold on too tight is not gonna come back. So like, I forgot what the quote is, but you know, money is like a magnet. Like if you just think about it, like you're holding on to it too much, it's not gonna like come back to you. You have to let it go and it'll come back.
It's so good.
It's so crazy. It's
and
so
you know,
crazy.
it's kind of like it's funny, like money, sex, and power are like three of the vices that control man so much, but they're needed in this life, right? And when we think about money, like we're speaking about, and we talk about sexuality, we talk about relationships, we talk about women, it's some of these same principles. Like if you hold on too tight, if you chase her too much, if you're too into her, something happens. You end up losing her. Right?
Bro.
And so you have to think of it in through another lens of like, how can I support? How can I love? How can I help? How can I lead? And then I'm out and I need to do my thing. I need to chase my purpose and my vision. And then, but if you make her the reason, you will surely lose her. You'll lose your purpose.
100%. Bro, anybody watching this, bro, you have to have self-love for yourself, bro. Like self-love is so contagious. Like a girl will be around you, and if you have like any insecurities, she'll know. Like not like off the rip, but like I'm saying, if you're talking to a girl, you know, girls can feel that. Like if you're very confident in yourself, like okay, don't call me back, okay, don't text me, okay, I don't care. Like girls like that. Like yo, why doesn't he care? Like this, like these other 9 dudes are literally chasing me, complimenting me, but like I don't want these dudes. I want this dude. Why? Because he just is not going crazy over me. Why? Because he has that self-love for himself.
And he's into something bigger.
Exactly, bro. So self-love is so important, and I just preach it so much, you know, because there's a lot of people that go through relationships, you know, depression, suicide. Bro, like if you don't save yourself, bro, nobody's here to save you, bro. Like as harsh as it sounds, like nobody's gonna care about your feelings more than you care about your feelings. So you have to love yourself, bro. Like you can't depend on somebody else for your happiness. And like I learned that the hard way, you know, like not a friend, not anybody. Like you have to love yourself, and then just by you doing that, like you're showing the other person that they can love themselves too.
That's good, bro. That's good. I love that that we're touching on these 2 subjects, money, sex, or 3 subjects, money, sex, and power. Because now that we covered money and sex and tying sex into relationships and women, when it comes to power, right? The best way to gain quote unquote power is to give yours away, right? Meaning you're going around empowering so many people like Brickle on the street. You're giving them life, you're giving them spotlight, you're giving them free interviews, you're putting them on game. And in the meantime, you're building your brand and you're empowering yourself. But you're giving your power away, your time and your energy, and now you're lifting yourself up as the guy who can really bring out the gold from people.
Of course.
This is the art of a good interviewer. This is what I do too.
Yeah, bro.
And I see it in you, bro.
It's fire.
You're building your brand by building others.
Exactly. That's the key.
That's the goal, bro.
And you know, like speaking on that, it's like everybody, like, okay, can you do it? You could do it, right? Okay, but can you teach it to somebody else? Like, how good can you teach? How good can you listen? These are things I learned in sales too. Student mentality. You have to have a student mentality. You have to think that you don't know anything. Therefore, you're gonna know it. Also, this other quote that changed me: as soon as you say you know it, that's when you realize you don't know it. And this other one is like, the only thing you actually know in this world, the only thing you actually do know 100%, is that you know nothing. And it's crazy, bro, because you can't limit yourself. You can't, oh yeah, I know. Okay, so if you know, you're telling your mind subconsciously, you know, so you're already closed off. You always got to tell yourself that you don't know. Oh wait, that's what it is. The only thing you know in this world is that you don't know anything. Because it's true, bro. You don't know anything. As soon as you think you know about shoes, you're going to have somebody come in and then they're going to show you really. As soon as you think you know about credit, you're gonna, so in reality, it's like you can't, like you can barely even know a little bit about everything. That's the beautiful thing about life, is that like it's just a constant process of learning. And the second you decide to not learn is when you get stuck.
Oh, that's good.
Because that's how spirituality and karma works. Like if I go through something in this life, let's say in this life, I'm like, yo, I hate this vision problem. Like, I'm going to put my misery on everybody, you know? Guess what? I'm going to see it. I'm going to feel exactly how I made other people feel. And then it's going to be like, I failed. This is not what I was here for. So guess what? I'm going to have to go back and do it again.
Oh, bro.
And that's life, bro. Like, if you don't learn from something,
bro. That's deep.
You have to, and it's super deep because, bro, everything I'm saying, like,
because you're creating your own reality.
100%.
100% to yourself every single second of the day. You are in your own brain, you are in your own consciousness, you are in your own reality. And you are creating it. Nobody makes you angry. Literally, nobody makes you angry.
You make yourself angry.
No one's doing it. No one makes you anything. You're doing everything to yourself. Every thought you think, you are 100% responsible for. The lie is that someone's causing it.
Bro, that's so true, bro, because, bro, I said it the other day. I was like, imagine like I go up to you and I'm like, yo, Justin, I hate your black shirt, right? You're gonna be like, bro, my shirt's not black, right? So think about it, like everybody that has some sort of hate to give you, the only way you're gonna believe it to be true is if you believe your shirt is black. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I'm telling you something. The only way you're actually gonna feel hurt by it is if like I believe it to be true.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, your interviews suck, bro. If I feel that my interviews actually suck, then I'm gonna feel some type of way about it.
Yeah.
So like it's just so crazy how everything, like how our brain is so wired to like, it's literally like what we think of ourselves
the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter what anybody says, you know, because
I think the quote is what you see in me is a reflection of you. Right?
Yeah.
And that would mean also that what I see in you, like I'm talking about you, is a reflection in me.
Yeah.
Right? And so we're all seeing outwardly what is already inside of us.
Yeah.
You know?
And everything we've been through and the like our energy, you know, like
and so if the cup is unclean, you will see unclean.
100%, bro.
And if the cup is overflowing with abundance and hope and love, that's all you will see.
100%, bro.
You know?
100%. And even like touching on that, bro, like we all have a natural energy. We all have a natural frequency. We all have a natural vibration. You know what I'm saying? Like if like, let's say for instance, like if he's super happy, like I know he's super happy, you know, like with these two eyes, I can't see from over there, but we're all vibrating at a certain energy. We're all, and these are things that I go really deep into because of my vision.
Yeah.
Notice how like a lot of the stuff I'm talking about is really just internal.
Yeah.
And it's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like when people say, "Oh, that's a bad vibe," it's a bad vibration. You have bad energy on you. You're pissed. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's crazy because we're all tuning into frequencies during the day. Like we're all tuning into certain frequencies. Like think about it. Like there's 40 channels, right? We're tuning into, now we're like at channel 22 because our energy is very, not saying like just an example, you know. But like that's how energy works, you know. And that's another thing too I would like to say, you know. When you get rejected by somebody or like somebody tells you something, also like I said, you can't take offense to it, but like your pace, you can't let it affect you because it's either you're gonna go down to his energy or he's gonna come up to your energy. So the whole point is like when someone's down here, they're gonna try to get you to be down here. You gotta try to bring them up here.
Yeah.
So that's the point. That's why you know I like to uplift people. Because whenever there's somebody with bad energy, it's all good, bro. You have a great day, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give them some of my good energy. Like, hey, bro, I feel what you're going through, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have some of my good energy. I feel you, bro. You're pissed, whatever, you know. Or I can go down to his level, and you can never go down to their level. And sometimes we do it subconsciously.
Sometimes we do it subconsciously. Sometimes in an effort to help you lower yourself, but then you don't come back up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because sometimes people that are down, they want you to just, you know, this happens to me with women sometimes. It's like, just be sad with me for like a few minutes, feel me, hug me, and then let's get out of it together. But some people, they go down there and then they never come back out, and they get lost in their sadness, and they start taking on their wounds. Like it's almost like I need to put my hand in this murky water, but I'm pulling you out quick.
Yeah.
But I can't tell someone like, hey, get out of the water. You know, they need that love, that compassion. But to your point, if the goal isn't to get the energy back up, you'll both go down.
100%. And it's just so crazy because the negative is always more powerful than the positive. Like actually speaking, because I do research into all this stuff.
Even with social media, like you're saying, the negative is always more.
100.
Like if we said something really controversial right now, that's what would be viral.
Yeah.
And all the gems would be like, nah. You get 30 emails and they're all positive, and then one comes in negative. That's the only one sticks in your head.
Exactly. I'm telling you, because like speaking, you know how speaking of vibration and frequency, like literally speaking, when you say like our words have energy too. That's why self-programming is so like the way I'm speaking is a certain vibration. So like that's what I mean, like, you know, self-programming is such a big thing, bro. Like it's such a big thing, man.
Bro. Dude, this is going good, man.
No, this is going super good.
Where are we at, brother? I think we're about an hour in or so.
That's crazy. Time goes by so fast when you're having
fun. Yeah, perfect, dude. This is going awesome. I wanna, you know, just wrap it up by asking you, What's next for Adrian to Original?
My next goal, 50K followers. It's not gonna happen. It already happened, all right? We're already manifesting. Like, we already got everything we wanted.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's the last thing that I want to talk about. Just, like, whatever you picture, whatever you think about, you're gonna create it. So start telling yourself, don't tell yourself that you're gonna do it. Tell yourself you're already doing it. You know what I'm saying? And, like, speaking more of self-programming, you gotta tell yourself, yo, look at yourself in the mirror, yo, I'm the best. I'm the best content creator. There's nobody like me.
Yeah.
There's God is finding ways to put money in my pocket right now. Not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like already just portraying yourself like as if you already have those things, you know. It's just creating the feeling,
and then backing it up with all of the action that you're taking, so that it's not just in your mind.
Exactly. It's really happening.
You're doing it, but you're really believing it with all your heart. It already happened.
You gotta delusionally believe in whatever you like. You know.
Yeah. I feel that. There's something powerful about saying things, and it's almost like the answer and the truth is already in us, and then when we speak it out, we begin to live into it.
Of course.
Right?
Exactly. Like I said, our words have energy, they have power. So if you say something, bro, it's gonna come true. You just have to
really believe it.
You might say it 100 times and you might not be so confident, but you gotta say it 200 times. You're gonna eventually feel it. Like I watched a lot of Tony Robbins, and Tony Robbins is a freaking monster, bro. Like he talks about, like, he used to ride in the car, like, on the way to his seminars, and he used to scream like, there's no one like me. Like, I'm prepared. There's nobody that's coming with the preparation that I have. And, like, it's like so crazy. Like, when he walked into that room, he was so prepared. But not because he believed it, because he said it, he screamed it. So he believed it. So when everybody else was there, like, doubting themselves, like, damn, I'm a little nervous, like, I'm about to go speaking to a whole lot of people, he was like fired up, like kind of like me on the way over here. I'm just thinking, like, yo, I can't wait till I see this, dude. And that's just, bro, that's it.
I mean, you know how I know that's true is because if you actively told yourself, like, that you suck and you're not feeling it and you're no good, you will feel that way, and you will suck. There's no way you'll be good if you really believe that. So 100%. If that's true, then that means that if you really believe that you're fucking amazing, you're gonna be amazing.
Of course, bro.
There's always this cynical fear that, like, no, but, like, if you take apart the variables and maybe, like, and then you get lost in that shit.
100%.
But it's really faith or fear.
100%. Yeah.
I went in the bathroom when I before I podcast, and I'm like, I was made to do this.
100%.
I'm the best at this.
Of course.
And I really believe that.
100%.
And here we are.
And I believe you too, bro.
Oh man, dude, it has been such a good time, bro. Like, this has been a really fun interview, bro.
Nah, bro,
I think it's
57 minutes, bro.
I know.
When you're in that flow state, man.
We're in that flow, dude.
Yeah.
It's just the energy's so good with you, bro.
Yeah, yo, bro.
And, you know, you're an interviewer as well. It's just such a fun vibe with you, bro.
Vice versa. I was looking so forward to this, and I'm so glad I had to kill it. There was not a doubt in my mind that I wasn't gonna kill it.
We've been saying it for a week, bro.
Yeah, so it just happened.
My man,
the same way.
If you guys want to find Adrian on Instagram, that's going to be Adrian2Original. Give him a follow. Check out his content. Support him. DM him. Let him know you listen to the show. Guys, Adrian, it's been wonderful, bro. I want to thank you one last time, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having me. And anybody that, bro, I answer all my DMs, you know, bro, everything, talk to me is free, bro. You know what I'm saying? Free game. Hit me up the DM. You know, I love to help people, whatever they're going through, you know, and just keep living life, bro.
All right, we'll have you soon. Just up. We'll have you soon again on the show, my brother.
Yeah, we'll be back when I'm at 50K followers. I swear to God, we gotta be back when I'm at 50K.
All right, brother. Thanks, bro.
I like that, bro. Appreciate you, dog.
We gotta clap that time, bro. Yeah.